So we're here with Evie and Steven.
Hi.
You've just played here at the Rock Classic in Brussels.
Yeah, it was
So
great.
how was the concert?
Fantastic.
It was good, yeah.
It was great.
It was the first show with some of the new stuff, so it was a little bit like I guess the first live rehearsal of that. So
No, it was amazing.
a bit scary.
Great
but
sound, great lineup, and really the first time that we've really played with the new lineup. So we have two new band members.
Yeah, maybe you can introduce them.
Really, really exciting. It's Ben McLeese on bass and drums and guitar, and Sam Astley on guitar and drums. Multi-instrumentalists, but they're joining Ben Roberts, who has been playing with us for many years, and Stephen, obviously, and myself. But it's really exciting to be on the road now with with the new guys, and they're really.
It's a small tour, a mini tour.
Mini tour, yeah.
2 dates in Belgium.
2 days in Belgium, 3 in Germany, I think.
Yep.
Leipzig, Hamburg.
Leipzig, Hamburg,
Siegen.
and
Yes,
Siegen.
and a small one there,
Siegen. I'm glad that you've said it for us, because we were if we have to ask for directions. Yes, it's nice. It's kind of capsule. It kind of gets us around an area, see friends, and it's a nice way for us to try out some new material and see how that feels on the road. Yeah.
So you played new songs. Starlight, which I like very much.
Okay.
Anything to do with Lucky Star?
It's nothing to do with Lucky Star. We wondered
Maybe
if we
you
should
got the
play
idea
this.
by listening to Lucky Star.
Oh well, I've been listening to Lucky Star since I was about 3.5, so it could be somewhere. When we're
unconsciously.
when we, you know what? Maybe because we were working on it, you know, for so long, and for the live, and there's so many remixes coming through. We've just had another fantastic remix that, maybe that was the first word that came out when I've been working on the track for a while. Well, we had been working on the track for a while, and then we had an opportunity to work with Peter Yates again from Fields of the Nephilim.
Oh yeah.
So he stayed with us for a few weeks, and a little bit in the Eden House. He did some slide in the Eden House. Yeah, of course. And he was staying with us for a long time, and he started working on the synth, and it was just something, that relationship made it feel, I don't know, the synth and the vocal, and
yeah, looking forward to hearing and so the new album is for, you're going to be mixing it in June. Is that it?
Yeah, so we go in on the
with Phil Brown,
8th of June.
Which is
Phil
really
Brown, the guy from Portishead and Talk Talk. How did you get in touch with him?
I guess the short story is that we wrote to him on the internet,
and he wrote back.
Yeah,
which was really amazing. I mean, over a period of time, we had a list of people that we would most love to work with, and he happened to be at the top. We wrote to different people, and obviously people are super, super busy. They're working with really, really famous people who are already signed, and we're just going, God, if nobody writes to us, well, then we're on our own, and that's cool. We've done it before. But Phil's message came through and kind of pulled us out of that kind of obscurity in a way.
And we'd kind of known about him for about sort of 2 years. Big fans of the Talk Talk albums that he worked on, and he's got a very particular style.
The drums.
Precisely that, and the Mark Hollis album, and so he was kind of around us, but we didn't quite know it. And then we wrote to him, and he was really cool, and we met him, and he's just a dude. He's just the nicest guy.
He's like the oracle somehow.
He's the answer, basically,
to everything. To everything.
And where did you work with him? In which studio?
We will be working with him.
You will be.
Yeah. So we've recorded everything at home. So we went through a load of options, and he said everything and anything is possible. So that's cool. And through Phil, so we go to mix in June. So we've worked at home, and then we go into mix in the studios in Kentish Town, Miloko Studios in Kentish Town, that he uses regularly. So it's kind of home for him, and it's a beautiful desk that we'll be mixing on. So the sound will be really sort of specific, and we chose that, for many, many reasons. And through Phil, we were introduced to Martin Barker, who was percussionist and founding member of Shriekback. So that was really exciting. I know. So he's been working with us, and that's just astounding because, I was a huge fan of their work. So that's a
whole new dimension for the new album.
Yeah. And I think kind of more than just like Phil mixing the record, he's been he's been on the phone, he's been sort of online, so he's kind of been the guiding. Hey, we need help with this. Is this okay? Is this actually good enough? And he's just really, you know.
Well, the difference that it makes sort of being unsigned, maybe we're kind of floating entity. So we're musicians, you know, but mostly you're alone as a musician making a record, and it can be quite isolating if you don't have any other support. So there's no record label, there's no management, and that's cool for now. And having someone so vastly experienced and calm and reflective to talk you through times where you're not sure maybe where you're at, and he just go, everything's okay, you know, it's like, and you go, oh, cool. And then Martin is exactly the same, and he's been such a pleasure to work with. It's really exciting. So I mean, the way that it changes the music is a lot more percussive. We're using a lot more drums and a lot more rhythms anyway. As a band, everybody's playing. I mean, the core of the band, Stephen and I still obviously
so there will be an evolution. It will be a little bit less ambient and more a little bit more rhythmic.
Maybe, but the ambience will be over the top of this. So I I hope that we're not compromising it. We are, but we're kind of crossing over now. It's like we're wondering, are we going to be playing at like world
sort
music festivals or something? Like, we don't want to lose our sound. It's really precious. But obviously, working with someone like Martin, who understands. I mean, he's in Shriekback, and their sound was so specific.
But from hearing what I heard, I think it's good evolution.
Cool.
It brings several elements. Of trip up and rhythm.
And precisely that, you know, and it's kind of, I think, for us as well, there's albums that we love, like the Tricky first album and the Portishead, and actually some of the Massive Attack, and if you listen to those records, there's percussion and there's layers of drums that you don't really notice, but
until you really notice, you know,
but
there's loads of great things happening, and it's like without them the songs can feel sort of somehow naked and unfinished, and this way, you know, there's all these other textures, and the other thing is that, you know, writing the first album was really isolating, and it was very personal. Like they were songs that were
intimate,
years old, and there were stories that were very painful. And this time it was like a line is drawn. I'm going to start everything from scratch. Actually, this is new. Everything is brand new, and it was an open door. It's like, if you want to come and play on this record and you can offer, you know, and you have some time, just send us stuff. So we've got people in Australia, in the States. I love this. I love Killing.
That's Killing Joke.
Oh my God, I love this. I want to go now.
Memories.
We have people like, you know, sending material from all over the place.
So I can send material if I want.
Please, we're sending out files. They're being remixed. There's like young kids who are like still in college but studying, who are really, really talented.
But now you've settled on a short list. I noticed. You have 14 tracks.
Close. There's a few more in the writing. The last song we played this evening, we just wrote last weekend. We just did this as a band. So the difference as well is like having these great musicians.
Your voice is a little bit different on this song.
Really cute. Great. Yeah, it's a good song. And we did that last weekend with our two new musicians, and that's like.
I didn't record. I didn't film it. Oh my God! I should have.
The first time we've ever played it live. But that's so the sound is different because it's like it's rich with all these other talents, all these other people, you know.
And I think, and where kind of maybe on the first album we like we're fiercely proud of it, but I think that the sort of limitations are that we kind of wanted to do as much of it as we could on our own. For this album, it's like, cool, if you've got a great guitar line.
If you've got a good idea,
it's going on.
But we didn't know anybody before either.
No, and now we've got a really good sort of circle of musicians and engineers and sort of people that can help. So it feels like a much more productive space than maybe the first one. It's just easier when there's just not us two at home sort of going mental. So.
So it's going to be more a band than the previous one.
Yeah, we're trying to think of a name for the band. Like Evie Vine and the... So if you can come up with something. Yeah.
Evie Vine and a bottle of wine.
Evie Vine and the wine. Evie Vine and the bottle of... Well, so far we've got Squirrel People.
Squirrel people.
Squirrel
or
people.
Sesame seeds. Like the bad seeds.
like the bad
but-
seeds.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
A work in
not-
progress.
Yeah, we haven't got there yet. I don't. I know that Stefan tried to teach us how to say squirrel
Yeah.
in French, but I know how to say it in German. Einhörnchen.
I've never heard it.
And you say squirrel in French?
Is that the small animal?
The
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
that climbs up the trees.
Oh yeah. I have to. Oh my God. Shouldn't
Wow.
have drunk so much.
Yeah. It's, you know
An
what?
écureuil, an écureuil,
In Echegei.
an écureuil.
Sorry, what?
Yeah,
Say it.
a squirrel. Yeah, an écureuil. Have you got a title for the new album, or is
yeah.
it already? Is not really disclosed yet?
We do have an idea. Yeah,
But you're
no,
not-
we do. We
you
have a
don't want
couple of
to
ideas.
say it.
I have a couple of ideas, but we'll. Yeah. We've got something that's really strong and yeah,
And the
it's
cover?
lovely. And we say we're working on that. We'll be doing that hopefully with Alexander Brown, who worked on with James Blake. But we'll see wherever he is. Find him. Yeah, that would be really cool. But yeah.
And for distribution and marketing, are you going to collaborate to cooperate with labels?
Cooperate.
or-
I like this
Yeah.
word. Can we cooperate? We'd love to have a relationship with somebody that was kind of mutually productive and respectful. So when that comes along, we're
Yeah.
very happy to be
Yeah,
cooperative.
if that exists.
If it exists. Well, we've been really lucky. We've met a couple of people, somebody in Germany, somebody in the UK, so we see how that goes. We just really, before we said yes to anything or we went any further, we wanted to see what kind of record we were going to make.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, if we end up being alone, then we have good friends, people that are supporting us, like yourself, like Frederick, like the guys that had us here, like everyone
Like
that's
Jess
been
tonight.
supporting us wherever we go.
Yeah, because
And
it's not
that's-
your first time in Belgium.
No, it's not, and it's
No.
lovely. It's so,
So,
nice to come. Well, we came here
You came
instead of playing in
first
London
of all
or playing
in 2009 with the Eden House.
Yeah, that was amazing. Yeah, that was
Amazing concert.
that was really wonderful. Yeah, that was a wonderful
And then
gig.
in 2011,
Yep, for our own
Opening
show
for-
with
for
Frederick.
Rome.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
that was a great show.
Fantastic night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really
That's
fantastic
the word,
night.
fantastic night.
It was, yeah, le fantastique,
It was
of
la
course.
fantastique.
It was
Yeah.
très, très fantastique.
And we seem to meet
Yeah.
loads of people that night that have been really supportive. So
Yeah.
you know, and there's
For
kind
a couple of years
really
and
nice
longer, yeah.
community.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so which is rare. So it's cool.
Yeah.
What other new songs did you play? The third and the fourth
we
one.
played
Starlight,
So you
If It's Love,
yeah,
It's Love.
If It's Love. Yeah.
Hands Are
and
Tied,
Hands Are Tied.
and a new version of For You, which sounds
Yeah.
really good in the room. But
Yeah, I like the ending.
yeah, the end, exactly. It came together at the end. The rest was a bit scary. It was an experiment.
Yeah, it was,
Why
it was
not?
nice.
It was cool. It just
Yeah, it was. It
Took a little while
The end was
for
great.
people to remember.
The end was great. I think we only played
It's
it
the
once.
one when you play the bass drum at the end, or is it?
yes, yes.
that was
a ridiculous
nice.
idea.
No.
The ending was great. As it started coming together, it was like, yes, thank God, because up until that point, I thought this isn't working actually. And the last song we just wrote, The Weekend,
How's it
that doesn't
titled?
have a name.
It doesn't have a name.
No, it's called New Song right now.
Okay.
So,
It's an amazing song.
oh, cool. That's good.
And
yeah,
I've seen also on internet, I'm Not Here.
Yeah,
It's also an
It's a really old
80s
song.
epic.
yeah, that's right. Which has now changed incredibly. And Martin Barker has just finished the drums for those, so we're really excited to hear that.
And there was a one called Sonic. It was a working title.
Yeah,
What
that's
has it
right.
become?
Yeah, it's become shelved at the moment. We got
It's
stuck on a
parked.
part.
Yes.
It's parked.
It's
Yeah,
just the one
it's
you
just parked.
told
Yes.
me.
Yeah, we loved
I've-
it. We played it at Treffen.
I've described it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I mean, all the times we played it at La Fantastique as
Yeah,
well, and
yeah.
it was absolutely fantastic.
It's probably really close, but we almost sort of
Overworked it.
overworked it and
Yeah.
we got too close
Yeah,
to it.
it's like,
So
yeah.
it's great, it's there, but we kind of need a bit of space from it. So it'll come.
Yeah, great. And I saw also an evolution. Yeah, I don't know if you know Chelsea Wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah, so something, in the evolution, like this crossover, trip up, dark folk,
Okay.
a little bit ambient, electronic, this kind of
Yeah.
crossover.
Okay.
Would you agree with this comparison?
I know her work really well, and years ago, the difference is maybe is that years ago I used to have a lot of synths, and it was quite different when I used to play live, and then I got more folky and more guitar-y when I was on my own, and then so I think we're actually going back to where we started from. Actually, I think she's really cool. I really like her.
She's amazing.
She's a new discovery. Yeah. Seen a lot of her live stuff. Haven't seen her live yet, but yeah, she's really cool.
Yeah, so we saw her live 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Here?
Really amazing,
oh wow, yeah.
In Antwerp and in Aachen.
Yeah, we need to try and catch her.
Yeah, she's really cool.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
But well, yeah, if we're heading in that direction and it's good, then that's a
Yeah,
good
for
thing.
me it's perfect.
yeah. Well, it was a long time ago. I was, the music, it has taken several kind of moves and turns, and you have to wait for the right people to come back again, into the band. So when Stephen and I started working again together, the band changed again, and then and now we've got the two Bens and Sam, and it's coming back. It feels like it's moved in full circle. Actually, for me, it's like I'm coming home again now. So this is really cool.
Great. Can we start about the origins, the beginning? For you, Avi, if I remember well, your family was very musical.
Yeah, that's right.
With your mother and your uncles, the McManus.
Oh my God, you know more than me. Yeah, exactly.
McManus brothers.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Do you remember your first flash? I mean, do you have an image, something that?
Yeah, I mean, I have. I remember all of the family gatherings, and there was always guitars. It was always music. It was always really, it was always really warm and really rich. And I remember being out with my uncles on tour when they were in Canada, and every night there's pictures of me playing drums. They brought
Were
me
you
up
singing
on
with
stage.
them?
No. I was tiny baby, but there is a picture of me playing drums. And maybe because my mum saw her brothers maybe struggle on the road, or it's a hard life. She was worried for her only daughter, going out alone into the music industry. So she, it took a long time for her to understand that this is where I was going to go. So it took me a long time to get there, actually. But
you were not supposed to do it.
Oh, I was supposed to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No choice.
I see what you mean. No, I wasn't. No, my mum was very much like, I need to be a lawyer, or I need to be a surgeon, or,
because she
something
knew how
like
difficult
this.
it is.
Yeah, and it's really difficult. But she knows now that without it, there's nothing anymore for me. So I have to be doing it.
Yeah, but the family aspect made me think of Clannad also.
Oh, yeah.
And the voice sometimes makes me think of Moira.
Okay. Well, actually,
which is a big reference for me. Clannad
thank you. Yeah, they're stunning. Actually, when we were little, that was
for the Dreamers. The voices and the ambient aspect made me think of Clannad.
Cool.
Yeah, I think a lot of we play at lots of different kinds of, the music seems to cross over, and a lot of our parents, friends, and people who see us who might be not in the alternative scene, they all make references to Clannad. Oh, you remind us of Clannad, so buy the record, whereas we go somewhere else, and our
great,
friends
I
think
think
of Dead Can Dance or something like that.
Yeah, Kate Bush.
Maybe if we're lucky. Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed some also in the news, in one of the new songs, a little bit Arabic aspect. Am I mistaken? Not the one that you played.
Oh, okay. I don't
another
think so.
one I saw on the internet.
Maybe.
A little, very slight Arabic, slight Dead Can Dance thing.
Maybe.
I can't remember
God
which song
knows.
it was.
It was an accident. If it's cool, that's great. But it was an accident, I'm sure.
I liked it.
Great. Well, you have to tell us what it is when you remember.
And what about you? How did you start making music, Steve?
My parents weren't into music at all, although I would listen. They had cassette tapes in the car, but it wasn't really until I was probably a teenager and I saw Nirvana. I saw sort of Dave Grohl play drums, and I was like,
oh yeah,
that is what I want to be doing.
Yeah, that was a big flash.
Yeah, so I kind of started in, crappy bands for a long time. I got into hip hop. I scratched a bit. I sort of mixed, and then I kind of quit the music in London because it was really hard and blah blah blah. Long story short, then I met Evie and I heard.
And your life changed.
Yeah, I mean, I heard an early version of Insider on the internet, and as soon as I heard that, I was like,
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. I mean, sort of my reference at the time was obviously Mazzy Star and sort of Madder Rose and stuff like that. So so that's it. I'm in. So that's that.
And how do you guys work together then? How do you compose? It depends probably.
Yeah, it can vary. It can be Evie coming up with a song, like the whole thing, or a melody, or a riff, or
everything has changed now. The evolution is really, really cool. For many years, we were working on material that I had written, so songs that I was writing through periods of time, and this. For the first album, it was the first time we'd ever made a record, and we were just kind of doing it at home, so it was a case of all hands on deck.
You were working on existing material.
We're working on existing material and building,
kind
of building, frames around a songs kind of thing. But we had been working with a number of guitarists, all whom kind of ended up leaving the band or being asked to leave the band. And eventually Stephen got really frustrated, and while I was on tour with the Eden House, Stephen went onto the internet and he bought every guitar pedal that anybody had ever had in the band, plugged them all in, and I think he got kind of wasted for a weekend and just went, right, this is the sound, actually. And I remember him calling, because this was the profound kind of step forward for us musically. Stephen had kind of, I guess, composed all of the sonics for the Dreamers.
For the Dreamers.
So the song we had already written, and it had been, we were going through with the guitars. It's like, we understood that it needed something, but when, and it took that. It took actually him just being really brave and taking a step forward and going, cool, I've never done, where is this going to take us? And fortunately, because we managed to, whatever happens for whatever reason, negative, good, bad, Stephen has now, found his place in the band, doing all these incredible sonics and just getting, more and more involved in all the technology and doing all these great things and just becoming a great guitarist, actually, and creating the sound with that. So that's really exciting. So, and also on the new album, Stephen has a piece, he started on piano, just ideas, and then, we pull them together. There's like a big process. Stephen will come up with ideas, and then I sit with computers and like pull them together and make things, and then do melodies and guitars, and we, everybody plays everything, drums,
so it's
bass.
quite...
Yeah, you're multi-instrumentist, all of you.
It's quite...
quite basic, but yeah.
Well, it is, but it's quite experimental. So it's not like, right, and now we're going to sort of sit down. It might be that you trip over something and it makes a really cool sound, and you go, well, that's cool, and we loop it, and then that's the part, and then you do something over it. So it can be absolutely anything. It's not sort of limited to instrument or to vibe. It's like hit anything, play anything, record anything, reverse it, invert it, play it upside down if it sounds
improvise,
cool. Totally, and that's really free, and it's just a creative process, So
we record a lot of our drums by just having our mic and not having a mic stand that works anymore, and then you just put it on the side and see what happens. And when we wrote to Phil Brown and was like, oh God, should we be going to studios and redoing the drums? He's like, this is one of the best sounds I've ever heard. We're like, okay.
So apparently if you put a microphone on a window ledge...
I believe it. The difference is that the guys in the band with us now, they're all actually technically and in terms of the way they understand them, they write and they read music very.
It's their life.
This is
they're
what
professionals.
So, I mean, but in a different capacity, they're all like writers in their own right. They all have bands. They've recorded on their own. But the difference is that they read shape notes, kind of thing, so they'll communicate over it. We'll have our dialogue, we'll have the music, we'll present a track that we have just kind of worked through in our way, and then the guys will be flying, go, no, that's an F sharp major, no, then go to the C. We'll be just standing there thinking, cool, let us know when you're ready. Well, but just tell us when you're ready, whatever.
What bit? That bit.
Yeah, the bit where the noise does that thing. But because we're all at the moment, anyway, even though it's early days, all really in tune with each other, it doesn't matter, we provide the kind of framework for this to happen, and they're really amazing.
Their sort of colour to it. It's great.
And what about the future then? The next album?
Yep. mixing half of it in June and then finishing the rest of the songs to mix at the beginning of July. This one will not take us 10 years.
So release
Yeah.
September?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Hopefully, if we can.
Autumn.
Yeah.
We'll say autumn.
Autumn.
Although some friends were saying that maybe we should hold out till February and I know that's just.
I remember waiting a long time for
Too right.
It
you
won't
remember
be.
I had put it in my lists of the 10 best albums. It wasn't released yet.
Thank you. You're such a good man.
Thank God for you.
Thank you.
And then you got it and you were like, what is that?
I waited 10 years. Yeah. No, this one is going to be. Well, the exciting thing for us is that this is happening, although it's taken a little bit longer, as they do. This one has taken from beginning to end a kind of like a year, really.
Yeah.
And we already now are moving forward for the work for the next album. So that will
really?
be album 3.
Already?
Yeah, because the material is just, we had so much.
You have too much
in
for
the last
one album.
year, yeah, and we have so many songs. I have so many songs as well that even before the first album, there's just so much.
yeah.
But it feels really exciting now with the new guys. There's a lot of possibilities.
Yeah.
I think we can make it happen really quickly and keep it really good. I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think kind of maybe after the first album, it was a labour of love. It took a long time. It was pretty hardcore. We probably needed a break
Yeah.
sort of from it. I think now we're just writing songs and coming up with new sounds and material all the time. So it's not as if we're gonna make the second album and then go,
Yeah.
let's sort of go to
Yeah.
the Bahamas for 2 years. We're just gonna carry on.
It's a new process.
We didn't
Yeah.
do, by the way. We didn't go to the Bahamas for 2 years. If we do go, we'll call you. Yeah.
I might go next time. Yeah.
Yeah. I might
Okay,
go.
thank you very much.
Thank you,
thank you
so
very much.
much. Really.
Thank you,
for having
Stephen.
me.
Thank
yeah.
you.
No, thank you.
All the best for you and looking
You
forward
Help us big time.
for the new album. Thank
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Thank you. High five. High five on camera. I just launched myself at you, Phil. Thank you so much. I don't know how you're going to edit that.
put myself.